Bats! Everybody already knows that bats are nocturnal, they sleep upside down, they want to suck your blood, they give you rabies just by looking at them, and they terrorized Bruce Wayne as a young boy right after his parents died. You got to come on, these damn bats! But what you probably don't know about bats is that they're actually really smart. Because they're all secretly vampires. What? Nothing. They're actually really smart because of their cognitive abilities. Echolocation. Let's talk about it. It's how bats determine the spatial arrangements and characteristics of their surroundings. They listen for the echoes of their own vocalizations and create sound images, which they use to navigate and hunt for themselves in the dark. But recent studies show that they also use echolocation to communicate with other bats. In a 2007 article, biology professor Garrett Jones claims that some tree-dwelling bats have developed the ability to use their echolocation calls to share information with conspecifics about things like optimal roosting and hunting locations. The bats that Jones writes about live in fission-fusion societies and switch roosts every 1 to 3 days to stave off predators. When the bats reassemble to roost, they lower the frequency of their echolocation calls to span a wider distance and to differentiate their species-specific call from the other bat species in the area. Wait, did I hear that correctly? Bats can identify individuals belonging to their own group through voice recognition? Yes, queen! A 2012 study by Hannah B. Castine and associates found that bats discriminate between social partners and unknown individuals based on voice dissimilarity. They measured this by observing bats' behavioral responses to familiar and unfamiliar calls. Castine says that this study may suggest that cognitive processes underlying voice identity perception in humans could have precursors in bats and other mammals. That's right, bats know who you are, and they know what you did last summer. Wait, what? Because bats can communicate with humans. Wait, what? A 2011 study by Nathaniel J. Hall indicates that bats perform spontaneous point-follow behavior. Hall and associates found that experimentally naive bats were able to spontaneously follow an unfamiliar experimenter's point gesture to find concealed food in an object choice task. The bats had been born and raised in captivity with daily exposure to humans, but still, the researchers believe that these findings could be indicative of a close evolutionary history between bats and humans. So yeah, bats are pretty freaking smart. And all this stuff is just what we know from our limited ability to observe and test their behaviors. What else are bats capable of? Probably a lot of stuff. Bats!